Hello and welcome to Fundy Fortunes. My name is Natalie, and I'm an empath and an intuitive card reader. Um, any information you want is found down below in the description box, and I also invite you to visit my website as well, www.fundyfortunes.blogspot.ca. All my information on anything you need to know about is found on that site. Private readings and information along those lines. Just a one-page deal. So you'll see other videos that are just copied from here to there. They automatically go. But in between the opening, you'll see the little paragraph underneath the Crow Island picture, which is in my backyard. And the information is all there. You'll also find a donate button on the page as well. And that's for anyone that, should you feel inclined to donate to the channel. Any money goes to the donate button, goes right back into the channel for new equipment, webcam, laptop, microphones, headsets, new cards, new books, all relating back to Fundy Fortunes. All right, so what I've done so far this evening, I've already drawn my 3 cards for tomorrow, June the 12th, 2016. And this is a general reading for all, all 12 signs of the Zodiac. So besides the 3 cards that I've drawn from my Oceanic Tarot deck, this is for Fundy Fortunes, so it's fitting. Cleanse them with my Fundy rocks as well. This is given to me by a client, and she got that off a beach in the area somewhere here in the Fundy. And this one here came off of my D. These are heavy. I'm scared of dropping them on the laptop, but they're beautiful rocks, very unique. This is heavy. And I was at the beach yesterday, and I found a little mini-me to this one. I don't know if I can even get that up to the camera. But it's the same kind of thing. They have these lines of energy going through the rocks. They're pretty cool. And these are what I use to cleanse the vibrations and the energies, get rid of the stale ones. And I ask the spirit guides and masters of the universe and masters to the natural order of the world as well to clean up the bad vibrations and refresh the cards. So I've drawn 3 from the Oceanic Tarot deck, and then I drew a significator card, and the card is the Knight of Swords, and we'll read that last at the end of the reading. Okay, and it is, as it says, significant to the overall reading of the card. So we'll get to that. So let's get right down to it. All 12 signs of the Zodiac, and this is a general reading. The first card that I drew was the Queen of the Ocean. The Queen of the Ocean represents abundance. She represents abundance. She's the mother card of the tarot. She brings happiness and abundance. And she predicts contentment, loving partners, a loving family, comfort. This card shows up to reassure you that your needs will be met and money will flow again. Harmony rises at home. Spiritual growth, stability, creativity, fertility, pregnancy. The advice of this card is time to grow, evolve, and invest in love, invest in your home, your projects, and especially your spirituality. The key words for this card are growth, nurture, home, love, fertility, comfort, and generosity. This is for tomorrow, all 12 signs of the Zodiac. The second card that I drew is the Nine of Pentacles, and this represents gratitude. Gratitude. The advice of this card is devote time and money to interests and into your home. Appreciate good things right now. Be grateful right now in the now. The key word is luxury, leisure, home, abundance, independence, generosity. Leisure, luxury, indulgence, Indulge in your garden and in your home or in yourself. Make your space comfortable and more relaxed. The third card is the Chariot, and it represents movement, things moving forward, time for serious progress. Now is favored. Also connected with this card is work. This card is a general sign that every aspect of your life is going to move forward very quickly, all at once. Be careful and tactful with your use sensitivity towards others, because this is not a card of sensitivity. This is a card of quick action and high energy. So you have to almost make a a, a concerted effort. Don't get so caught up in your own energy that you don't stop to think for a minute about other people around you, and maybe some are more sensitive than others, and they just see you charging over them when that's not what you're doing, but you get caught up in that moment of moving forward quickly. Excuse me. So watch your ego around others. The advice of the card is time to be active now and move forward and keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Be careful of your power, use it wisely. One of the key words, or several of them, are journey, determination, willpower, progress, friction, guidance, and protection. So that is the meaning of the Chariot. Everything is about movement and moving forward. Just the way the Chariot does. He's guided by two horses, seahorses. He carries a scepter in one hand, and that's in his left, and in his right hand he holds the reins, because that's all he needs. His one hand is to control the horses in the direction he wishes for them to go in. So you have to be careful with your ego. This is important. That's with him, the one hand thing. It's like driving a bicycle. You see a child going, and they look, Ma, look, one hand, one hand. Next thing you know, they crash into a telephone pole because the ego got a little bit ahead of them, or they ran over somebody else. As I was saying a moment ago, don't be running everybody down to meet your objectives or to chase after the things that you want in your goals. Don't run other people over. Always keep your ego in check. Don't forget where you are, and who you're with. These things are going to be important for you for tomorrow. All 12 signs of the Zodiac. These are general logical suggestions anyway, outside of the cards. We should always keep our ego in check. Remember who we are, where we came from, who we're with, and to have respect for others as well. That's a big, big deal. So some of you tomorrow will be going after some much needed goals, some much yearned for goals. This is almost a slide off from yesterday's reading for yesterday. Okay, so this could be something as simple as you've bought that sports car or that big, big truck, that big muscle truck that you've been wanting for so long. And now you want to go out and show it off, and that's what it's all about. Watch your ego. All right? There's always people around us that have less and don't have the tools or the means or the ability to maybe even measure up with where you're at. And that does not to say that you can't be proud and happy and enjoy. Just don't be insensitive. Don't be insensitive around others that have less, and think of them. Matter of fact, you could be a good example for them to show that, hey, you know what? We're all friends. We're all, the playing field's pretty level here. You can have this too. You can do the same. It's possible. You can encourage people that way. That way, it kind of puts your ego in your back pocket. It brings you down to everybody else's level, and you're all on the same playing field. So you have to be careful for that. That's just something you have to check for tomorrow. Whatever this is that you're going after, this is something you waited for a while. See, this is a slide off from yesterday. Completely different cards. but we have the same general direction. Out of 78 cards, this is where we're going. It seems to be a weekend thing, not a daily thing. So for those of you that have, again, you could be buying a new home, a car, a truck, a home, a new outfit, a new suit, um, something you want to purchase for your family, for your children, for your mother, your father, a goal. Maybe you're buying your parents a home. You've done really well. You know, there's so many different aspects here, but the common thread is that swift action, that flying forward, just like in the chariot. He's moving at quite a speed. Don't hurt others along the way. That's just the one thing you have to look out for, because the possibility is out there, it's in the air, that could happen for tomorrow. All right. Spirit says be careful. Just be careful. Enjoy your day, though. Now, your Nine of Pentacles. Pentacles normally represent a money, 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 money. Skrilla, as some would call it. It's not a bad card. It's a card, when it shows up, is the advice is to devote time and money to your interests in your home. See, it almost ties in with the Chariot. It's the same thing. Only this one's a little more specific to this one. Get out of here, there. To your home. So for some of you, that's what it's going to be all about tomorrow, is to refresh your home and make it more beautiful, more comfortable, more welcoming. A lot of the signs are like that. They like to welcome in. But tomorrow's Sunday. So get up early, rise and shine. If you're having people over for Sunday dinner, or family or friends, and do something new to refresh the energies in the house. It'll be appreciated by everyone that comes in, and they'll all enjoy it. That's for some of you tomorrow. The keywords are luxury and leisure and home, abundance, independence, and generosity. Put some love and indulgence into your garden, into your home, or even into yourself. So when you make your space comfortable for you, that follows through for everybody else coming in, and they're going to feel that way. And isn't that what we want? We want people coming into our home to feel comfortable. I know that's how I am. I don't, and I have a very, very, very modest home. It's an old cottage, right on the sea, right on the Bay of Fundy, and it's an older cottage. But people come in here, my home, and they say, I'm so comfortable here. But that's always been, no matter where I've lived. People come in to visit, and I don't know if they like the coffee or me, but they're never in a hurry to leave. And they say that I could stay here for days. I feel so comfortable. That's quite a compliment. That says a lot about your energies that you put out there, your spirit that people can see, your character, your presence. People want to be there, and they're never a hurry to leave. Um, Sometimes my house is like that. It's a swinging door, because I like people, and I like the differences between us. But the one thing we all have in common is comfort. And you can have luxury without going over to the top, because if you have too much luxury, what can happen is that um, people won't feel comfortable. Your spirit will be welcoming them in, but the area that they're going to be spending that physical time in with you, it can be so that they're afraid of making a mess. They're afraid of touching anything. It's very rigid, very. I have family members that are this way, and I have friends that are this way. You go in, you say, some people say their home's so beautiful and it's spotless. It's so clean, and that's a good thing. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that. But some people, it's sterile. And when you walk into a sterile home, you know it the minute the door opens, before you cross the threshold. This is a sterile home. There's rigidity in this home. There's restriction in this home. People usually, and I've been in homes like that, and I couldn't wait to get the hell back out again so I could breathe. You know, some of the nicest people you could meet, but there's something almost psychological going on when you look around the home. And not that that's wrong. So don't message me and say anything like, "Oh, you're calling people that have a spotless home that there's something mentally wrong with them." That's not what I'm saying. Hello, don't do that, because that's not what I'm saying. But when somebody sweeps the floor and there's nothing there to swish up into the dustpan, yes, in that case there is something. When you're, because I've seen it, I've sat there and watched somebody sweep a floor and take the dustpan. There wasn't even a hair. There wasn't a hairball. There was no grit. There was no sand. There was no dirt. There was no nothing. Nothing, nothing. That's a psychological thing. And you can smell that because there's no smell when you walk into their home, and it can be uncomfortable. But this card, when it appears, says take time to make your surroundings luxurious, if that's what you like, but to make them comfortable and warm and welcoming. Because it's a projection of you. That's why I say with that sterile thing. And that is something psychological. It projects out through their surroundings. A lot of people find their self-worth in their surroundings. Nothing wrong with that either. We're all different. That's what makes the world go round. Some people would have a problem with that, you know, but I certainly don't. I'm just about as relaxed and uh, I'm just like an old well-worn leather boot. That's what I'm like. That's my attitude. When people come into my home, if I know companies, see, I prioritize what makes me happy in life, and it sure as hell isn't doing dishes and mopping floors. These are not the things that make me happy. These can be the things that make me comfortable. If I'm having a lazy Sunday and it's a jammy day, because I have those, and all of a sudden the phone rings or I get a message on Facebook or something, I'm coming by to visit, and it's say 1:30 in the afternoon, and I've not done the dishes yet all day. I will rush to do the, yes, I will. I will rush to do the dishes and clean the kitchen, sweep the floor. Go in and check the bathroom, make sure it's in order. Because this house is old. So if it isn't kept spick and span all the time, like dirty dishes, when you come into my house, it's an open concept, kitchen and living room. The first thing you're going to see is dirty dishes, and I don't like that. That's embarrassing. Um, and maybe, like with my friends, it wouldn't bother them so much. They wouldn't care so much about dirty dishes in your sink. But I get these things done, but I don't go over the top. I don't start sterilizing everything, and I don't start ripping the house and redecorating because, Joe Blow and Sally Ann are coming by for a cup of coffee later. Um, when they come in, if they come in halfway, I say, you gotta excuse me, it's a jammy day, it's no big deal, it's not the end of the world. If you don't like it, there's the door. That's the attitude. If you're not comfortable with that, that's the attitude. So this card represents when it shows up, just put a little bit of time. Now, you know what? Now that I said that, what I've been finding lately when I do the readings is I get a kick out of this. I think it's almost hilarious. Um, I'm doing these readings for all signs of the Zodiac, and when I'm doing them, I'm not thinking to myself that I'm one of them. I'm one of you. All right. I'm one of the signs of the Zodiac as well. I'm a Cancer, so this card really applies to me even more so. Now my feelers are going off. I'll probably get company tomorrow, so I better have my act in order, because if I don't, so this card's even telling me, it's suggesting, Natalie, make sure there's no dirty dishes in the sink. Clean your counters down. As a matter of fact, there are none right now. My kitchen's clean. I did it all before I came online here to do the cards. Um, but there'll be more that I have to do tomorrow when I get up. This is a warning even for me. Try to make things a little more comfortable for my friends that come in to visit. And that means a lot to me, because I don't want to spend the time talking about housework, but this is talking about beautification, creating comfort, creating serenity, relaxation. So people, when they come in, they go, ah. And I say, what would you like, coffee or tea? And we start off with a pretty good visit. So this is a warning even for me, because they've been coming true for me. and not the good things either. Some bad things have come up that I've warned about. And lo and behold, there I was. And after the fact went, oh my Lord, I predicted this yesterday for everybody. The cards predicted this, that this was going to happen early in the day. And lo and behold, it didn't happen to me. I'm just putting that out there. So I'll be putting around the house tomorrow, trying to think, what can I do to make things look a little bit better and a little bit more comfortable? Instead of an old leather boot that's all well worn and broken in. I want a few little touches maybe to spiff things up just a little bit. So that's kind of interesting to me when I get a card like that out of 78 cards. The cards are starting to kind of fit together here pretty well. Not making them fit, they just are what they are. Yeah. And so the first card we got was the Queen of the Ocean, and she represented abundance. I sure could use more of that in my life. I don't know about anybody else out there, but I could use more abundance. I have a lot of love in my life. I don't lack for love. Um, I'm rich that way in people, and and I know that. I'm aware of that. I do know that. Um, Materially, no. No, no. So far from being abundant. So far from that. But it's not about stuff. It's about the people in your life. And that way my cup runneth over with abundance of love and people in my life. I have some really good friends. And it hit me the other day because I've been saying for years, I've known you 40 years, I've known you 40 years. No, 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 no. I actually did the math the other day. This is how long I hold on to friends and they hold on to me. 50. Since we were tots, little kids, first graders. 50 years. We're not up each other's woohoos every day. We're not on the phone every single day. But there's a bond there that can't be broken. And these are extended family type of friends. And we love each other very much. And that's important. And if you have friends that you've had, and they say that that's for, I don't know, these experts in psychology and stuff say that that's rare for somebody to have a lifelong friend that long. 50 years, that's just and I think it is a little unheard of in today's world. There's so much less interaction going on physically, face-to-face stuff. Everything now is like, it's all done online and through emails, and we don't have time. Um, when we were in school, they said by the time you're all grown up and matured and you've had your kids, life's going to get easier. You'll be working shorter hours every day. You'll be having shorter work weeks because computers are going to be doing everything. Computers cannot. Meeting somebody through a computer is a mental relationship, an emotional one. It's real. So don't say it isn't real because I've heard people say that, and that's so not right. You're getting to know the person on the inside before you even do on the outside. That's a wonderful thing. But the question is, are you going to get to meet them on the outside someday? But you know the inner part of them, what they've shown to you. And if you have any sixth sense at all, you pick up on certain things and quirks about somebody's personality or about their life. So this card is all about abundance, and I wish this would come true for me tomorrow. I really do. Um, I'm the type of person, personally, on a personal level, if I was to win a jackpot tomorrow in the lottery, or one of my sons was to say, "Mom, we won the jackpot. Here's $5 million, so you never have to worry again." I'd be the most unassuming millionaire anyone's ever met, because it isn't about what you have and what you can show off. It just, put it this way, I heard an expression a long time ago and said, and don't somebody complain that I swore to YouTube, because it's a word we all use anyway. But if you're an asshole before you become a millionaire, you're just more of an asshole afterwards. And if you're a good person and you won the millionaire, it'll enhance who you already are. If you're kind and generous, it will enhance who you already are. Um, I always thought having a large amount of money would be very frightening. It would change things. Not me per se, but maybe the people around me. Um, you know, if it gave one of my sons, $1 million, and he goes out and buys himself a sports car and then kills himself in it, these are the things that I fear. I just want to be able to pay my bills. and to eat better than I do for health concerns, so that I eat healthier. I eat real food, not genetically modified, not GMOs in today's world. And I live in Canada, and it was in the headlines today, the province I live in, we have the highest food prices here in this province, and I believe it. Um, Unless you go up north in other places where they, it's the indigenous or aboriginals communities through there, where you can get $100. Someone will give you a brown bill, $100 for 3 cans of pop, and a bottle of juice. Like, that's ridiculous. That's over the top. Um, but here in my beautiful province, and it is stunning here, but it's a rich man's province, and the reason I say that is because it's the way of the world. You have to have money, 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 moolah, moolah, skrilla, a lot of it, to be comfortable living here. And it's the same with those of us that love to be here. It's like this cottage when I first seen it. This will explain what I'm like for anybody that wants to know, but I'm relating it to the word abundance. When I first seen this cottage going on 7 years ago, it didn't even have a roof on it. But I came and looked at it anyway. And the person with me said, "You've got to be out of your mind. There's not even a roof on that place." There was a blue plastic tarp. But I said, "They're fixing it. It will get fixed." And they're like, "Yeah. How soon and how fast after you give them the money for the rent?" And they promised, the owner promised, it'd be ready for you to move in. And it was. But I see potential here. And here's the thing. This little cottage is never going to be any more than it already is. To me, it's home, and to me, it's beautiful. But I love it here. I love where I live. It's not about having a mansion on the hill or a beautiful log home on the water. It isn't about all of that. There's other areas of abundance. It's not about, you got 4 vehicles sitting parked in your yard in a 2-person house. That's not what abundance always about. Abundance is all about in here. And what do we think? The glass half full. You can always, even if the glass gets empty, it's refillable. Whoever said it wasn't? Whoever said it wasn't refillable, because it is. That's very important to know. And the cup keeps getting refilled. That's abundance. When I get up in the morning and I look out at my view, the cove, and see if the tide is in or the tide is out. See if there's some eagles sitting out on the rocks. See if there's any deer running through the marsh or playing on the beach, because they like to do that. To me, that's abundance, about the things that really matter in life. And I appreciate this place. Let's put it this way. If I became a millionaire tomorrow, I could never appreciate this place where I am, where I exist. I couldn't appreciate it any more than I do now, and money would have nothing to do with it. I already feel like my cup runneth over in so many areas, in so many ways, and that's important. So this card is the mother of the tarot, all right? And it brings happiness and abundance, and she predicts contentment, loving partners, loving family, feeling comfort. I'm feeling that now, so this is already applying. Okay. It reassures you that your needs will be met. And that's a wonderful thing, because needs and wants, 2 different things, needs and wants. Okay, make a list. You'll see real quick, what are your needs and what are your wants. If you don't have any needs, you're an exceptional human being. That's all I can say. Good for you. Good for you. If all you have are wants because your needs are met, means you're a very wealthy person. In more than one sense of the word, more than money. Because you can have all the money in the world but still need people and still need love, still need your health, all these things. Right? Right. Right? Harmony will rule. Money will flow again. Spiritual growth and stability and creativity. For some, fertility, pregnancy. The advice is time is to grow now, to evolve and invest in love, home projects, and spirituality. The keywords are growth, nurture, home love, fertility, comfort, and generosity, ladies and gentlemen. That's true abundance when you're generous from the heart. Now, the last card, the Significator card. Isn't he one fine looking fellow? The Knight of Swords. I give you the Knight of Swords. And he's charging on his very tall, gallant steed. He's fantastic. Look at him. And his horse, look at it just kicking up the dirt behind him. They're really in a hurry, and he's got his sword held out, and nothing is going to get in his way. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Let's look up the meaning of the card. I have the book here I'm going to read. I'm going to read the literal meaning of the card. Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords symbolizes the insecure mind that refuses to take another's feelings or opinions into account. What did I say earlier? Watch the ego. Don't run people over. Don't charge ahead blindly. Make sure the trail that's in front of you, that it's cleared for the high energy and the fast movement that you're going to start tomorrow. Just be careful, excuse me. If anyone gets in the way of his swinging sword, he will strike them down. Well, that's not good at all. Don't do that. Don't be that way. But this card can also symbolize being very, very goal-oriented, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. Not a thing wrong with that at all. This is your reading for tomorrow, all beautiful souls of the Zodiac. This is for January 12th, which it is here already now, June 12th, because it's Sunday morning now, it's midnight, it's after midnight, 12/11, and there's the number 11, and some of us have a freak on about 11. I say the angels are here and present when I see 11s, 11/11, 12/11, that crazy kind of thing. This is your reading for tomorrow. Most of this applies to a lot of you. It's just general stuff. Just be aware of everybody else's problems that are around you. Be kind. If you have abundance in your life, share it. Make your home a haven as well, to make it, if it's not just for you, but everybody in your life. You want people to feel comfortable coming into your abode, your personal space. It says a lot about you. Keep that in mind when you're redecorating your home, and you're doing little touches tomorrow. You've got company coming, whatnot. Remember that it reflects who you are. Um, any of you buying new vehicles tomorrow, take it easy. Don't go off the deep end when you're off to show somebody, okay? As I said about that earlier, be careful and don't be insensitive to the other people that are around you. Tomorrow's going to be a really busy day. I'm finding for a Sunday, that is what I'm feeling. Long distance phone calls for some of you, out of the blue, people you haven't heard from in forever. And get together, small. A busy day, but small more intimate get togethers for tomorrow for some of you. Sure, maybe some of you are going to have, big blowout backyard barbecues on a Sunday, who knows. But for most of you tomorrow, that's what it's going to be. For most of you tomorrow, it's going to be kind of for those of you that are goal-oriented and going after things, it's going to be crazy. And you're going to be the only cause of the craziness. You're going to be speeding ahead, going after whatever you want. Careful of your surroundings and the people around you. But for the rest of you, I see a quiet, warm, comfortable, kind of Sunday you don't want to end. It's going to be that kind of a day. And it's going to be because of the energies that are flowing in the air and about the people that are coming into your day. And remember that All things can change in a heartbeat, literally. A heartbeat could stop. It's something to consider. So we need to treat each other like spirit guides are saying. People need to appreciate each other tomorrow and not be afraid to show that. That seems like the feeling and the general angst of everything for tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a really good day. Some of you don't trip over your own feet and hurt others in the way. The rest of you make your life as comfortable as you can. If you have some abundance come into your life tomorrow, rock on. I'm very happy for you. For now, but if you'd like, remember all my information is down below. And if you'd like a private reading, shoot me off an email or go to my site. There's a contact form there as well. If you want to donate to the channel, keep this up and running, and just get better and better as we grow, then that's wonderful too. Regardless, either way, from my heart, right here, to yours, I wish you all a very, very, very good night. Good night.